You brought the lady wife, Tricia, with you. You were happily married for, many years. How did you meet?
She actually came backstage for an autograph, and into the dress, and as she was leaving, I sort of shut the dressing room door on her fingers, you know, and caught her fingers. So I
very romantic.
kissed them better and worked my way up, you know.
Yeah, you had a frantic wedding day. Had you got your teeth in for your wedding day?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I went to the wrong wedding, though, you see. I mean, my brother and I was the best man, and I were standing in the pub on the corner by the lights thinking we were in plenty of time, you know, and we sort of took our beer off the bar, went over to the table to sit down, and just looked over the top of the window, and there was a wedding car turning right at the traffic lights going towards the church, you see, with the bride in the back, the veil down, and we thought, oh, blimey, we're late. So we put the beer down, didn't even take the top off it, legged it down to the church, ran down the centre aisle, sat there, did all the usual business, you know, and sat up and looked around to acknowledge the bride's side and my side, and it was a different family, two different families. And then they played the bridal march, and the bride and groom came out of the vestry, you see. The church emptied, and our crowd came in. So, but it was a good move. It was worth waiting for. Yeah.
I mean, you are a bit accident-prone, apart from the teeth. You nearly lost your nose, didn't you?
Oh, that was with the garden shears, yeah. Yeah, well, I was working with Tom Jones and the Squires. That's how long ago it was, actually, at the Royalty in Chester. And we'd set the gear up. It was a beautiful sunny day. Went home, and my dad had just mowed the lawn, you see, and done the garden. And I got this piece of string. My mum gave it to me mum. My mum held it, you see, and I got the garden shears. And I said, I now declare this fate open by cutting this piece of string, you see. And I went one step further, put the shears up there, and said, I now declare this fate open by cutting off my nose. And I was supposed to move my head back and shut the shears, and didn't move the head and just went like that. She went, oh, you know. And, you know.
Do-it-yourself plastic surgery.
But that night I went and there's all stitches sticking out my nose like that. The rest of them is real, you know. I mean, doesn't say much for I'll screw the wooden leg off in a minute. You know, just go like that.
And you're saying, how do you keep a straight face working with this man?
Yeah. As a child
Difficult.
actress, you were a child actress, weren't you? Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, did you have to be chaperoned, for instance? Did you have a... Were you a precocious child actress?
I don't know. I think I was very confident as a child. That's probably how I managed to blag my way into getting so many parts. I was never any good at the acting or the singing or the dancing. I don't know, I was precocious. When I did Annie in the West End when I was 14, and we did have chaperones for that, but it was a nightmare. They wouldn't let you go anywhere without them. They go to the toilet with you. And we were just about to go on, we'd had the 5-minute call, and I had to go to the toilet. And when you're 14, you don't know about discipline and being professional. I said, I've got to go. I'm going to do it otherwise. So the chaperone said, no, you can't go, you can't go. And I was on stage in the beds in the opening of Annie. All the orphans are in their beds. I just did it in the bed.
Oh, terrific.
I had no choice because the chaperone wouldn't let me go.
Wonderful.
I bet you wish you'd never asked me that.
No, that's a really nice story. Bella, I think there's a general feeling here that we'd like to hear feelings from you before.
No, I think I saved myself to December the 1st.
Well, that's... All right, then.
It's
December
worth
the 12th,
seeing,
the
honestly,
Palladium.
I promise you, it's worth seeing. Oh, it's wonderful.
It's moving.
It's great, you know, it's really wonderful. Very moving experience, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Well, thanks to you all for joining us, with or without feelings. To Russ and Bella and Lisa.
Thank you, Terence.